What's up everyone, Sean here, and today I'm going to be expressing my opinions / impressions on the PS4 after it was announced recently. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to have some random Black Ops 2 gameplay playing in the background. So let's get down to the subject. First off, of course, the PS4 was announced earlier than expected, but you know, it happened. So I'm going to just go over the specs and features briefly. Obviously, if you want more information on that, you can go to people like Angry Joe. Angry Joe provides a lot of information about the PS4 and the conference as well. So it's a 33-minute video, I believe. So yeah, that's how deep he goes into the subject. But anyways, one spec I will mention in this commentary is that the PS4 will have a much more powerful RAM, and the RAM will be around 8 gigs, which is a pretty big jump if you're asking me. The PS3 had a RAM of 256 megabytes now, you know, and look at the PS4, it's freaking 8 gigs. So that's the same number of gigs that my iMac currently has. You know, that's, you know, pretty freaking fast for a console. But of course, I mean, no matter what, PCs will always be the more powerful machine when it comes to gaming. But and I believe they'll play Blu-ray and stuff like that, and also DVDs and the previous formats that the PS3 can play, so you can watch your movies and stuff. And the PS4 is more like it's supposed to be more friendly for developers, because the PS3 was known for developers to be quite difficult to work with. So I thought that was a pretty good move to focus on developers as well, and also the gamers too, of course. And the next feature is on a controller there is a share button, and what that does is basically you can share game footage that you recorded or screenshots and post that on the web, or you know, also you'll be able to live stream it to I believe Ustream. And you know, I thought that was pretty cool and all, but I don't know, the way it works is kind of different from how gamers on YouTube record their footage and, you know, put it on YouTube. It's actually a pretty different process from what the PS4 is going for. And you know, I thought that kind of was, you know, pretty strange. So but it's still an initial step, so hopefully Sony will kind of fix that and go with what the majority of gamers on YouTube do. So another thing I have to mention is that it will use the PlayStation Move. They actually showed a demo of 3D sculpting, but you know, I thought that was pretty neat. But it's not the easiest thing to do, so that's why I don't know if that's going to work for, you know, the majority in the market. Next feature, the PS4 will have something called Instant On. Basically, when you turn off your console and then later you decide to play again, the game will put you back where you left off, and it's pretty much a bookmark. And I thought that was pretty neat. You can also download stuff in the background, and of course, when you turn it off, it'll still download the content. And that was something you can do with if you have PlayStation Plus, and of course that costs money. And you know, I remember having PS Plus for about 3 months because a friend of mine gave me a 3-month subscription for I think either my as a Christmas gift or my birthday present. You know, and I thought it was pretty neat to have a you know, not only a backup system online, but have your content be downloaded while your console is off. But now I believe it's going to carry over to the PS4 without having you to be a member of PS Plus. So that is another plus for me. But of course, the people who want to know the price of it, I believe they didn't reveal the price exactly, but a lot of people have been saying that it's going to be around $400 to $450. I actually think that that's a very reasonable price for a console with this huge upgrade in power, pretty much. And I remember the PS3 when it first came out, it was $600. Like, that was freaking ridiculous, and it only had an 80 gig storage hard drive, and yeah, that was pretty bad for Sony. But obviously they learned their lesson, so they'll bring it down. But unfortunately, that also means that they have to take out something that people would just crave for, and unfortunately that would be backwards compatibility, and that means you have to keep your PS3 if you want to play your PS3 games. But I think they said that they'll stream PS3 games online, you know. But you know, it's just really unfortunate that you won't be able to play your PS3 games on the PS4. And of course, you can't the stuff that you bought for your PS3, like DLC, all the DLC that you bought for your games is not gonna carry over to PS4, I believe. And that really is a bummer. So, you know, that's, yeah, I mean, it's of course not a perfect system. And another thing I have to bring up is the conference. Angry Joe did mention this, and the conference it had its moments, but it definitely had very notable downsides to it. For example, Blizzard announced that Diablo 3, of all things, will be on the PS3 and the PS4, and that's not exactly what a lot of people wanted to hear. It was kind of like a boner kill, if you know what I'm saying. And it's I mean, cause like the way it was delivered, it was like, oh man, like what's gonna be announced? Like, what is it? What like, you think it was gonna be some awesome game, but no, it's Diablo 3, and it's just like, what? Yeah, so I really thought that was really odd as well. Well, of course, I have to mention the games that were announced. The games that that I'm interested in are actually Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs is very like different from what we've seen from 2012, and yeah, Watch Dogs, after watching that trailer of the gameplay, was very freaking like intriguing. I was very drawn into it, so I'm pretty hyped up. I'm definitely looking forward to Watch Dogs as part of the launch titles, and yeah, that's definitely on my list. Another game that's on my list is a game by Capcom called Deep Down. At first, people thought it was called Dragon Souls, or at least some people, but it's called Deep Down. The trailer that they shown at the conference, I don't know, that it didn't exactly look like the actual game, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? I mean, even though they put the HUD display on the lower left corner to make it look like it was from the game, but I don't know, that looked like FMV, or at least some kind of CGI like movie clip. I don't know, but despite that, it kind of reminded me of Dragon's Dogma, and Dragon's Dogma was one of my favorite games of all time, especially of how much of a good job Capcom did on the Western RPG style. So I was very happy with this game. I still have it, and I've played it multiple times, and I've never done that for other RPGs. So that's how much I love it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Deep Down as well when it's released. So as I said before, if you want more details on the specs and features and stuff like that on the PS4, you can go to people on YouTube like Angry Joe. But yeah, anyways, my overall impression on the PS4 is that for the PS4 is pretty much that I am down to get it for, you know, $400 or $450. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the PS4. Like, of course, it didn't have any like breathtaking, you know, features, you know, that would revolutionize the coming era. But you know, despite that, it's a nice console with what was said so far. So I'll definitely save up my money for it, and I'll look forward to Watch Dogs and Deep Down, and also look forward to, you know, any other future titles for the PS4. So that's it for me. I hope you find this video interesting and informative. I appreciate it if you guys hit that thumbs up button, and you know, of course, I want to hear your opinions as well in the comments of what you think about the PS4 in a conference and whatever. All right, so that's it for me on the PS4. I'll see you guys next time. Sean out.